Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Naomi and I have a really fantastic quickie for your hips and your shoulders. It's really creative, really fun, and I don't want to keep you waiting. So let's get right into it and I'll see you on the other side. If you want to hold it. But we're going to start with cars. So you're going to stand on your right leg, lift your left knee up. If you need to balance, use a wall, and circle your left knee out to the side, turn your knee forward, take it down, back, and forward again, right? So it's more than just a circle, like you're really articulating the action. You're trying to rotate your thigh as much as you can in your hip socket. You could go both directions. I didn't give you a lot of time for that, but if you want to, you can go the other direction. And then put your leg down, grab your block. And we're going to do standing pulls. So you're going to take the block out in front of you, both hands, pull your right arm back, and then take it forward again. Switch hands, left arm back again, right? So you're pulling back towards your ribs and back towards your ribs. Now you want to try to avoid rotating your body toward the pull. You're just pulling straight back and pulling straight back. And after that next one, you can set the block down. Take your legs wide apart for some wide squats. So sumo, that's what you want to call them. Sumo squats. You could have your hands at your hips or your palms in front of you, or just let your arms dangle. This is not for speed. Okay, after the next one, come down to sit. Okay, knees bent, feet on the floor. Place your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your hips, and then lift your hips up and lower down. Hips go up, hips go down. So this is a reverse table. Hips up and down. Okay, then after the next one, you're going to flip over into a more conventional table, but move all the way to the back of your mat. Okay, shift to the right, take your left leg out in front of your right and take it forward in front of it. Okay, and then take your right leg in front of your left. Okay, so you're just moving left leg in front of right, right leg in front of left, and then you can reverse direction and go backwards, walking your hands back too as you go. Okay, and then after the next one, come back up to stand. Okay, you're going to balance again if you need it. So left hand at the wall, and you're doing these cars. Okay, so your knee can go up, out, rotate it forward, down and around, and then you can reverse direction. Whew. Oh my goodness. Okay, after that next one, grab your block or your book or whatever you're using, take it out in front of you, pull back towards your ribs and then reach forward again, pull back towards your ribs and reach forward again. And just alternate from one arm to the other. So like standing rows. Okay, and then after the next one, you're back to your wide squats. So legs are wider than your hips. Squat down and up. Again, your arms can be wherever it feels comfortable. So hands at your hips is fine. Letting your arms dangle is fine. Okay, bringing your palms in front of your chest is also fine. Like lots of good options for this. Okay, then after that next one, come on down to sit. Reverse table. Hands behind you, fingers towards your hips. Lift your hips up and lower down. And you could linger up at that topmost lift where your hips are up before lowering again. So again, it's not for speed. Maybe you hold for a moment and then lower down. But after the next one, you're coming on back into that more conventional table. And I like to think of these as Gomukhasana walks. So you're just sliding one knee in front of the other. You do have to move your arms out of the way as you go forward, and then you can go back. Okay. Requires a lot of hip mobility, but good news, you're done. That's it, you're done. Okay. Whew, and just take a moment. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I hope you enjoyed that hip and shoulder quickie, which happens to feature some of my absolute favorite exercises for hip mobility, plus something really creative for your hips that you probably don't see in your average yoga class. Now, if you enjoyed that practice, I would love to share more fun, creative, and quick hips-focused practices with you, and you can get them in my Movement for Healthy Hips program. Now, this is a 6-week program that not only features really creative and fun hip mobility practices, but also hip strengthening practices. And all of these practices are less than 20 minutes long because I'm a mom. I know how busy life can get with kids. I know how busy life can get without kids. And I want to make movement accessible for you and also effective. So if you are interested in getting stronger and feeling more freedom in your hips this year, then I would love for you to check out my Movement for Healthy Hips program, which you can get more information about in the description below. Now, whether or not you join me in my 6-week Movement for Healthy Hips program, I'm just so grateful that you're here, and I'm really glad that you joined me on the mat today for this practice. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to getting back on the mat again with you really soon. Until then, bye.